Well, it's just around the 4th of July, so it's time for a Patriotic Pickups episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. So I'm actually filming this on July 11th, so it's a little bit later than I would have originally planned, but I didn't have a ton of stuff to show in one episode. Now I have plenty over the span of 2 weeks, so it's a little late, but hey, happy 4th of July for those of you who are American who celebrate it. And yeah, we got some fun pickups. It's all new stuff. We have a nice mix. We have some Amazon, we have some Best Buy, we have some BGP. So good stuff, and we're just going straight into the final recap because I think this is enough stuff, and I don't know, I think it's interesting enough to merit its own little mini episode. So we're going to start off with Best Buy. This was for their 4th of July week sale. So they had some decent stuff. They also had a few clearance games they've been trying to get rid of for a while. So I took advantage of both of those and picked up 2 games. First one is one that I technically already own, but not this version. We have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 on the Xbox Series X. Now, if you don't know, this is one of those stupid games where there's 2 separate versions of it. There's the Xbox One version, which does not include smart delivery, and then there's the Xbox Series version. This is the Xbox Series version. So if you have a Series and you want the upgrade, you need to purchase this one. I've been trying to find it for a while. I currently have the Xbox One version. I found it at a pawn shop, but I found this one fairly cheap at Best Buy, brand new sealed. So I'm like, sure, I'll pick this one up and I'll trade in the Xbox One version. Why not? I paid 19 bucks. It's worth 19 bucks. So broke even. That's all good. Now this game literally came out 3 days before the sale started and was already on sale. I don't know if that is a bad omen or what, but I had to pick it up because it's one I was already thinking about picking up, and it already being on sale is wild, so I did it. Choo Choo Charles on the PS5. Now, if you don't know what this is, it is a first-person horror game about a spider train monster thing. It's made by a YouTuber, and it actually got a physical release on PS5, which is kind of wild to me. So I did pick it up. It was on sale for 20 bucks when it originally came out for 30, literally a couple days before. So I figured, might as well. As you can see, it is open. You'll notice a trend when it comes to these games that the PS5 games are opened already because they had loose discs. Gotta love those crappy PS5 cases. Anyway, paid 20 bucks for Choo Choo Charles. It's worth 30 because it just came out. Let's go to VGP next, and I picked up 4 games. 3 are limited run pickups, and 1 is a import Switch game, and I'll explain my reasoning behind why I got this when I get to it. So we'll start off with Star Wars Bounty Hunter on the Xbox Series X. So this is a port of Star Wars Bounty Hunter, which was a PS2 and GameCube game. I don't believe it came out on Xbox. I might be wrong, but it came out on PS2 and GameCube. It's a game set in the Star Wars episode or the prequel trilogy where you play as Jango Fett. It's a good game, honestly. It's a really solid game, and now you can play it on modern platforms, which is cool thanks to Aspire, who apparently their goal in life is to just remaster all the old Star Wars games because they just keep finding new ones. They did episode 1. They did a bunch of stuff recently, so they just keep finding old Star Wars games and remastering them. But hey, those games are good oftentimes. So this one I paid 51 bucks. It's actually worth 81. So this one has some good value. And the next 2 are, I don't know if they're completion. I mean, I guess they kind of are at the moment, but I got these because I needed them in my collection. So we have Sam & Max Beyond Time and Space on the PS4. This is Season 2 of Sam & Max, the Telltale series. Now, I have both Season 1 and Season 2 digitally on Xbox 360, and you can play them on current gen. However, Those games are great. I did want a physical. I have Sam & Max Save the World, which is Season 1 physically on the Switch, thanks to Limited Run. I couldn't get this one on the Switch. They only had it on PS4. That's fine. I still have a physical copy of this game now on the PS4. They did do a Season 3 that was only originally launched on PlayStation 3 and Wii, I believe. I don't think Limited Run has done a run of that one yet, but if they do or if they have, I need to find that one. So I have all of them physically. But yeah, Sam & Max. I paid 44 bucks. It's worth 60. And then this was a completioner because I think not too long ago, I picked up the second game in this franchise. And they didn't originally make a version of this on Xbox. It originally only came out on PlayStation 5 and Switch, I believe, maybe PS4. But now that Limited Run makes Xbox games, they decided to do a port on the Xbox that came out after all the other ones. And I had to get it because I have two. So here's the first Quake on the Xbox. If you didn't know, the reason why I'm getting all these Limited Run games from VGP gets orders of Limited Run games all the time. And Limited Run's shipping is pretty awful. Pretty much, if you pre-order a game from them, it can take sometimes months to a year to come out. Whereas if you buy it from VGP, typically they'll have it in stock and they'll just ship it. You usually get it within a week. So I typically like to buy all of my Limited Run games from VGP because they're awesome. Shout out to VGP. I would love to get sponsored if you guys want to sponsor me. But yeah, VGP is great, and that's how I get my Limited Run stuff. So, Quake, I need this. Paid 34. It's worth 65. So really good pickup there. And then there's this one. I have a little bit of a story with this one. So this game, there is a Switch 2 version of this game. And that's why I picked it up. However, this is not the Switch 2 version, and what's funny is, literally a couple days after I placed this order, they announced a physical of the Switch 2 version that's coming out, and VGP will be carrying it. Too late for that now, because I already got the original cut, but that's fine. It's going to be the same experience regardless. Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time on the Switch. This is a farming game. Basically, it feels like Animal Crossing meets like a kind of more basic level RPG. It's got action elements to it. This game did not get a physical release in the US. There is no ESRB version of it. The only way to have a physical of it is to buy the Japanese import. So that's what I did. But even though, as you can see, everything is in Japanese, this game is English. If you put it in an American Switch, it will play in English. So that's cool. And on top of that, there is a Switch 2 upgrade that you can pay like $2.50 for. So my feeling is, well, why would I buy a digital copy when I can just get the Japanese import copy and then pay the $2 for the Switch 2 upgrade? So now I have a Switch 2 game that I have a physical for, so that's cool. Anyway, this game's actually kind of hard to find, so just as an FYI, I paid $62, it's worth $74, so good pickup there. And then we go into Amazon to round things off. I picked up 3 games. 2 are limited editions. 1 is a game I already own, but I have a feeling it's going to run a lot better on PS5. And again, shout out to Easy Gamer, who also double dipped on this game. I actually mentioned, it's funny because he told me about the Switch version of this, so I picked it up. And then I discovered that it was coming out on PS5, and I returned the favor and mentioned it to him, and he picked that up. We have Star Overdrive on the PS5. This game looks cool. I haven't played it yet. I have a sealed copy on the Switch, and as you can see, this one is open because the disc was loose, because it's a PS5 game. Of course it was. It looks cool. Basically, you get to fly around a giant open world on a hoverboard, fight bosses. It looks cool. Looks interesting. I'm excited to check it out. I figure if I'm going to play it, the best way to play it would be on the PS5, so that's why I picked up this one. I paid $35, and it's worth $35 because it just came out. Then we got this one, another easy gamer recommendation. Apparently it's essentially styled like the old GTA. When I say old, I'm talking GTA 1 and 2, not 3. So it's not an open world third person game, it's a top down game. But apparently it's pretty solid. Easy Gamer liked it, so I figured I'd pick it up, and I was able to score the limited edition. So, might as well. The Precinct on the Xbox Series X. It basically just comes with a soundtrack, a steelbook, and a map of the city. I'll probably bundle this with the next game and do another baby unboxing video just so you can see what the inside of these special editions looks like, but there you go. The Precinct I paid, I believe, $40 for. Yep, it's worth $43. And then last but certainly not least, a game I'm pretty excited about because I've heard really good things about the original. I technically own, I believe, the first one on PS1. But again, the masters at Aspyr have brought these classic games to modern platforms and did a collection. And this is a special edition that includes some extra goodies. It is a bit dinged up. Amazon did not do the greatest job of protecting it because the outer box has some dings and dents in it, but it's fine. I'm excited to play it. We have The Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered on the PS5. No Xbox physical, which is why I got it on PS5. It includes the 25th anniversary remasters of Soul Reaver 1 and 2. Pretty awesome. Got some other goodies like a steelbook, art book, soundtrack, all that good stuff. Pretty hefty collector's edition, so excited to open it up. I paid $50. It's worth $50. And that's it. Pretty straightforward, to the point, nothing crazy. Some solid pickups to add to the collection. And of course, next week is Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I'm excited for that. Might do some other pickups around that, but we'll see. I know I've attempted to say this a few times, but I am genuinely trying to slow down a little bit. I've gone a little hog wild the last few months, picking up some games, and my collection just can't really take much more. It's quite full already, so I'm trying to limit what I'm picking up to stuff that I actually want, unless it's like a ridiculously good pawn shop deal or something. So you might see a little bit less in each video or less videos, although I'm still, at the time of this recording, I'm still doing two a day or two a week because I have so many backed up from the last few months. So by the time you see this, I might I might have a ton more left, but we'll see. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell. That way you know when new videos drop. And I will see you on the next episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Bye-bye.